we'll begin. So good morning. Haha, fantastic. It's fantastic to see you here. It's Friday. Just in case you didn't know, it's Friday. I think it's Friday, right? It's definitely Friday. So, hey, we made it through a whole week. So let's celebrate that and celebrate again. Let's just celebrate. Shag it. Why not celebrate? So you're up, you're here, you're taking care of yourself. And let's go with that. So finding a moment to land. Just let yourself land. And it probably takes a second to kind of come into your body. But once you do, just feel your butt on the ground. Feel the length of the spine. Allow your eyes to close and allow your attention to come inwards. Listen to the sounds inside your body, inside your room, outside your room, or outside my room, all of the birds, the crows, doing yoga with us here this morning. And just set an intention for yourself for today, for this morning's practice. What gift can you give yourself? And then I'm going to invite you today to maybe pay a little bit of attention to how your nervous system is. See if you can find things that make you feel relaxed. See if you can notice. Just notice if anything happens. If you've got children with you and they walk into your room, do you have a little bit of a judder? If you've got a cat or a dog and they land on your head, does that have an effect? Just notice for you in this practice. Because if we can develop that sensitivity to become aware of when is our nervous system a little bit raw and when is it a little bit, we can then take action. So from here, let's come to standing. Let's bring a little bit of prana or chi or life force or whatever language suits you into our body. Oh, I have no head. And start by just wriggling, moving, finding what feels nice. Allowing your feet to be part of that movement, allowing that movement move from your feet, rocking over and back, forward and back, through feet, legs, knees. See what it's like for your arms today. Do you want to bring them up? Do you want to come into a forward bend? Is your back a little bit dicky this morning? See what feels good, this totally free movement. If you've got music on there, see what that's bringing for you. See what parts of your body currently aren't moving. Can you let your ears move at the same time? Can you involve the fingers, the toes, your tongue? Stick out your tongue. Have a little wiggle of your jaw. And then let's gently, gradually, slowly reduce the amount of movement. I'm not going to tell you exactly, we're not going to lead that. Just see what parts of your body today want to stop first. What parts of your body want to stay moving. And then come ultimately to stillness. Notice your breath. Be led by your breath today. So as we're getting used to this sequence, as we're increasing the speed, there's less talking, more movement. Notice, are you inclined or encouraged to run away with the movement, or can you allow your breath guide you? We are building heat, but this heat is coming from the inside out and shouldn't be at the cost of you losing your breath. Whenever you're ready, let's bend your knees and have a little reach up. Maybe onto your toes, maybe not. Have a little reach to the side. Banana, hips in one direction. Have a little reach up. Have a little reach to the other side. Notice that your body will guide you. You don't need to be waiting for my instructions, or you don't need to move as quickly as I move. Reaching up, and then maybe bringing a twist into it. Reaching back up, and bringing a twist into the other side. Let your body lead you. You are your teacher. Reaching up one more time, and coming to a forward fold. Reaching up again, and coming to stillness. So taking your time, exploring your way. So let's add a little bit more structure to that now. So we're going to be coming onto your toes. If you want to come onto your toes, you really need to have that connection from head to toe. Otherwise, you'll be kind of wibbling and wobbling all over the place. So taking your breath in, and if the breaths don't work with you as I call them, just be with your breath. But on an inhale, we're looking for length. So on an exhale, we're curling every little bit of us a little bit. So on the next inhale, maybe coming to your toes, reaching for the stars. On the next exhale, curling down a little bit more. So on the next inhale, we can reach up, and let's go the whole way into back arch this time. So can you come onto your toes like you're a teenager in those ridiculous shoes? Can you then open your heart to the sky? Can you stay balanced? What's it like if you want a little bit of, see if you can stay on your toes as you come back down. A little bit of a challenge. And from here, coming to flat back. So leaving your heels on the ground so you're stable. Lengthening from head to tail. Exhaling, bringing yourself into that full squat. Full squat. And let's play in the squat today a little bit. Now, if you're not used to doing squat, have something under your heels. Don't you won't have it. But see what's it like to turn in one direction in your squat. And then turn in the other direction. Feel that into your hips. Remember, now be gentle, be stable. As I turn this way, my foot wants to roll out, and I want to come a little bit onto my ankle, but that's okay. See what it feels like. And then coming back to the center. When you come back to the center, what's it like to get length? From length, placing your hands solidly on the ground because you're coming into plank. So keep your hands solidly on the ground as you step. Oh, sure, it's Friday, so why not jump back? How is your form now? Have you lost your form? If you jumped, did you lose all your form? Can you really take your butt? Engaging your pelvis, engaging your abs. And then knees. Oh, thank goodness. Knees, chest, chin. Laying your body down. Take a pause here. Feel your belly against the ground. Feel the back expand, the lungs expand into your back. From here, you're going to come to cobra. So come long and then up. Long and up. Reaching up to cobra, whatever feels nice for your shoulders today. And releasing back down. No pinching of the back. Length is the key to no pinching. Nose to the ground, and then see what it's like to push through hands and knees to come up into table. Now I'm going to change it here. Oh, you're going up to dog. Go ahead up to dog, and we'll change it the next time. So come to dog, and in dog, wiggle, release, play. See how it is. Easing your way. And then in your own time, whenever you're ready, stepping with the right, meeting with the left, back into forward fold. From forward fold, you're coming up, but it's through chair, if you know what chair means, which means your butt is coming down as you're coming up. And then can you go the whole way onto your toes? Have you got the stability or have you lost it? Can you go reaching for the stars, up into your toes, and then back to center? Is that possible? Let your breath settle. When you're ready, we're going to go again. Inhaling, come tall through your spine. Exhaling, rolling forward. So that as you inhale again, you're starting to open up. We're only going to do one, so make it whatever you, reaching onto your toes, maybe having a back arch. As you exhale, this time we're going to come the whole way to forward fold and stay down. Coming to flat back, length between head and tail. From flat back, now bend the knees and come into your squat. From your squat, let's play and squat a little bit more today. It's Funny Friday, so we walk side to side the last time. Let's this time do little leapfrogs, if that's available to you. So what are you doing? Hands are on the ground, elbows and knees connected, so you can maybe just take your toes off the ground. Then set yourself up to come to plank. So from this position, you're either stepping or jumping back into plank. Finding your plank. If you're feeling stable today, then maybe taking one hand slightly off the ground and putting it back again in plank. Now you're not going into side plank here, you're simply, if you're stable, and this can be on your knees or on plank, can you take a hand and maybe touch your shoulder and come back? And then from there, laying your body down. Releasing down. Now take the shoulders away from the ears, neck long, and then let's look to come up into Cobra. Now, here's where we're changing it. So from Cobra, take now, really engage your bum, engage your bum. So engage your pelvic floor, and lift your bum is what I mean. Engage, 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 and come to flat back. Pause at flat back for a millisecond so you know you're there. And then bring yourself up to dog. Have a little wiggle in dog. And from dog, let's see what it's like to jump. So it could be a little bunny hop. In. And then coming up. Reaching yourself up. Don't worry, it's Friday. We won't be hopping on Monday. And back to stillness. Let yourself settle, let your breath settle. Find your center. Notice that physically, that was potentially a lot tougher than what you were doing on Tuesday. Celebrate that. From here, taking the weight onto your right foot, allow your left foot, we're coming into a balance, so allow your left foot to just come. And let's just for the crack, try a different balance today. So we've been trying tree. So this is one option. But the other option is just linking your feet, your leg, wrapping it around. If you're on the wrappy roundy one, again, just pause. We're just doing the legs today. If you're on the wrappy round one, you may need to feel yourself sitting down a little bit. It can be easier actually to come a little bit into chair. And then Releasing down. Celebrating that. That is not an easy one to do. And let's go the other side. So taking the standing leg, the weight onto the standing leg, finding the foot. The foot is critical. Balancing in your foot, and then lift your opposite leg. As you lift it to side, how stable is it? You might want to be holding on to something today, or you may be stable. Are you coming to tree, or do you want to start garland legs, which is where you wrap your leg around, start at the start of eagle pose. If you are at the start of eagle pose, see, can you bend your knees and sit down a bit? It's not so easy. We'll have strong legs whenever they let us out. We will be strong and centered. And then releasing that down. Wiggling it out. And from here, you're coming back onto the ground. So decide your method. But you know my favorite this week. Who knows what will be next week? My favorite is to come to squat and roll myself down. Have a little play. Have a little rock and roll. Have a little happy baby. Take a little bit of freedom. And then come to find your seated position. And if seated isn't for you this morning, you can do this lying down. If seated is for you, but your back is a little bit tired, sit on a chair. There are no extra brownie points when you go to heaven. There's no like deluxe suite because you tortured yourself during meditation. So just find what feels good. Little wedge under your tailbone can be helpful. Props under your knees can be helpful. If there is anything that you can do to make yourself more comfortable in this position, do that now. Let your breath settle, let your attention sit on your breath. Let me ask one more time, is there anything you can do to be more comfortable? And if there is, do that now. Meditation is about support. Just allowing your attention sit on your breath. Allowing your focus be on your breath, and you can tune me out completely. This practice is about support. So take the support that you need. Take what you need to ensure that you are comfortable and therefore able to be present. Notice your nervous system now. Is it any different to when you started? Is it different to when you were doing poses that you didn't know? When I changed it up a bit. I change it up a bit, that leaves you kind of uncertain what's happening next. Has an effect on your nervous system. So now just be with yourself. We have no daily practice, group daily practice on Saturday and Sunday. So see how that is for you. And what I'm inviting you to do over the weekend, from today even, is to notice what is yours and what is not yours. So if you're listening to the radio, notice what the effect it has on your nervous system. And then maybe just turn it off. Notice when you're in conversations with people, what effect is it having on your nervous system? And if you're becoming frazzled, then just say, actually, you can't say someone has just come to my door, but just say, actually, something has just happened and I need to go. Let me come back to you. Beginning this process of knowing what is yours and what is not yours allows you to support yourself. It is not about not having compassion. It is not about not supporting others. It's about being in as best health as you can be for yourself so that you can be a light, shining light. We can all be little lighthouses around the globe, inspiring others to also take care of themselves. So to continue working with our metta meditation, or meditation for ourselves and for the world, which pretty much is the same thing. Allow the mantra, just repeat in your own mind. I am well. I am joyful. I am free from suffering. I am well. I am joyful. I am free from suffering. Bring to mind a loved one. Picture them in your mind's eye. May they be well. Using their name. May they be joyful. May they be free from suffering. May they be well. May they be joyful. May they be free from suffering. Now releasing that image of your loved one or queue of loved ones, and bring to mind an acquaintance or someone that has, maybe someone whose name you don't know. We talked about people in the shops yesterday. Maybe it's a nurse, your local doctor. May they be well. Your milkman, if you had such a thing. May they be joyful. Picture them in your mind's eye. May they be free from suffering. May they be well. May they be joyful. May they be free from suffering. And now call to mind someone you've had have a little bit of diss with. It could be the same person that you thought of when you were offering love to your loved one, but someone that you have a little bit of diss with. Maybe it's someone who's, when you see them, their name on the phone, you go, ugh. Or someone who, you know, for whatever reason, whoever's come to mind, picture them in your mind's eye. And let's wish them well. And if you have to fake it in the beginning, fake it. But know that this is for you as much as for them. May they be well. Notice the effect on your nervous system or any resistance you have to this. May they be joyful. And if you have to for now, imagine that at least if they were joyful, they'd be off your case. So let's wish them joy. May they be free from suffering. That wasn't full of suffering, that was free from suffering. Notice if you do have resistance, just sit with the resistance and send the wish anyway. This is healing for both, but mainly for you. May they be well. May they be joyful. May they be free from suffering. Often it's the people we love the most that drive us nuts the most. So if that's the case, especially when we're spending so much time with these people, if that's the case, then just really enjoy sending them love in this way. May they be happy. Joyful. May they be well. May they be free from suffering. It's a practice. And releasing them from your mind's eye, may all be well. May all be joyful. May all be free from suffering. May all be well. May all be joyful. May all be free from suffering. In your own time, in your own way, become aware again of your breath. And allow this next inhale, seal the practice for you. And maybe exhale it out. Have a little wiggle. Move your knees if you need to. If you're happy to stay still, stay still. But celebrate and know that over these, actually only 4 days, hopefully you've practiced the Monday when you didn't get to see me live. But we have been gradually increasing that sitting time, increasing that meditation time. So if you found it a little bit harder to sit that long today, then that's perfectly normal because we have been increasing the time. And like I say, sitting, actually being able to sit like this is probably the most difficult part of the meditation. Well, no, it's not the most, but it's one of the things that stops us from meditating. So celebrate it. And so now, let me just unmute you and we will now close. Whoops. Unmute.
Will you say Om Shanti with me?
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Oh my God, we won't see you till Monday. So we will be back this
Okay,
time.
bye. Long. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Enjoy your day.
Bye.